Nice route. If you ever...
Gather! What you got? A new job.
Say cheese!
Suffocate! Silence! I wasn't done. Good. Stabilize!
Smile! May I...
Bow your head.
Thank you for... Add ask... Now for a little rest after breakfast. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mirapede! Come on!
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Mirapede via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and... Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine, thanks.
Let's go ask the Duke.
I'm fine, thanks.
Let's go ask the Duke. Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two.
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the sea...
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and... by the way, do you know...
I believe today is...
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes. Have you...
Yep. It's you two. Are you the... That's right! Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were... Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this. Then be sure to come back and visit.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will...
You're not going to see it?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure.
Well, you actually agreed.
Ah, so you do have a polite...
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking. Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirapede is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Nervlev, we should probably go report to him now. Next up, you're going to see Monsieur Nervillette? Please pass on.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would...
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the...
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Nervillette did say you'd be welcome at...
Excuse me.
Which I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can...
Everyone's so busy. Nervillette!
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to...
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Mirapede. And it appears that you've managed to complete all the release papers.
That's right. And we came here to see...
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume...
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarm.
The water levels rose? Oh no!
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in...
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her!
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding... I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I've finished.
There's no time to lose! Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Oh no! What happened here? Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone...
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right. I'm not young.
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened? It hurt!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Port...
Yes. As you can see, the water levels...
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety.
He's wounded?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the
All right. You'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
This...
Right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might... The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been... The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help.
How awful. And all of...
It was quite frightening indeed. I only...
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't...
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might...
Okay. The wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue a traveler. Paimon?
Huh? Right now...
Thank you. Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson...
Right. That's how things are now.
Navia? Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They were...
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... They were helping evacuate the... And...
What?
I've known them for so long. I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd...
I can understand. Besides...
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic.
How could Master ever be upset? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not?
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you...
That makes sense. In that case...
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered.
Personally,
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the... I'd promise to let them rest in peace here. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better.
I'd always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, Malus and Silver have helped me. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia.
Thank you. right now. By the way, you can have a look at this.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, so everyone else is safe.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. The overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be... Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing.
Oh.
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave?
Ah, is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're... As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two...
We just met recently. Right, Miss...
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. That doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that, thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was not. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and my subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or... As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such...
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't...
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that...
Don't say that. You and your... As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice... I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding word.
You're right. I'm sorry for your... Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent...
So, you're one who will...
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was... Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem... Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster...
So... That's why the Fatui were already...
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they...
Oh! That somehow made...
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family...
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right?
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss...
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins?
Well... I'm sad, yes. But There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. All right, the ruins are...
Okay, the three of us will... So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient.
Let's go in and have...
Just be careful.
Gather!
Yeah.
Silence!
The floor here isn't safe.
Stabilize!
This place has also been contaminated by primordial...
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be any help for you. Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not safe.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. That complicates things.
In that case, do you want to wait for...
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water... I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Come with us for... Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Hmm? Oh.
Yes, it would appear so.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one.
Oh, right. It must have slipped my mind when This is a familiar...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. I was just trying to recall why we...
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right.
Oh? Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have...
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting
Sometimes force is required to...
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you...
Oh, yes. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what we would have done without your help. So this is a little...
Did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them.
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs...
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is...
That's right.
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle.
Huh? We do?
Well, now,
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait,
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about...
Oh?
Look, it's Navia! She's here!
And her two attendants are with her! Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so... And as for the judge... huh?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you...
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea what they're doing?
Enough with the whispering!
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out, not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the...
Wait a moment.
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped. We are one big family. All of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall...
Huh? What? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my home.
Ah, well, if that's what you think...
How wonderful, Miss No...
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of...
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mistress Ronville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even
her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. Please do not mistake her actions.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is the nation. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro. And in the end, everyone shall meld together. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. Have you forgotten how much you all want
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I, and that is how we...
My head...
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head... I remember now. Everything that seemed odd, Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of... Don't let them escape! We shall...
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent...
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navia.
Silence!
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Miss...
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us
Loose.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must...
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were...
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were...
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me.
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite...
Why do you look so stiff? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when...
I merely thought that we should give Navia some...
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewin. I hope all is well with her these days.
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's...
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried...
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewin made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. So, Neverlet.
Yes, of course.
This isn't going anywhere.
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui... Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to...
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
Dada Kundala.
Path. Watch your step.
Gather!
Yeah.
But my name, echo in song! How brilliant!
Be sanctified.
Hard-hitting exclusive!
Settle down!
Kundala.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but It turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates? It seems like...
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in...
The surrounding walls also.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated.
And is that Lady Farina in the 3rd image? Did the Hydro Archon...
And is that a ring of people around?
The 4th image. I know this one. This
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Decipher...
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophet...
I really...
Still, Paimon feels like...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the 3rd?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the 3rd image. That means that the person in...
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance, the previous Archon kneeling before the floating...
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all.
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from...
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for.
You still have energy for that, Navia?
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about this. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem?
She has long been harboring secrets, and will not give them up easily. Which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then.
I will be carefully considering my words.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you, as ever. Alright, I'll be on my way then.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu.
Yay! And there's good food too! Ooh, Paimon's already starting to forget what happened to...
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think...
Huh?
It's you two. What?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just... Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Well, I used to have my own surname, which was... Well, there was nothing for it, really. She really is a Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means...
Wow! Imagine!
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I... Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it...
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great Scholar of the Stars. Just take it as a title.
Thrice as great? That's so...
I know, right? That's just how she is.
Talk about excessive.
Megistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which...
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornmann-Pool.
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird and the invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful vision.
A visionary? Sounds really...
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others. All right.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Oh, well, this is something on...
That's the greatest of astrologists for you!
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleep. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agree.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.